Hey cozy fam, and welcome back to another vlog. This is going to be basically like just a productive week in our life, prepping the house. We literally only have 7 days before the plasterers come, and then 3 days after that our realtor is coming to take photos. So I have a ton to do. There's a part of me that's feeling really overwhelmed because Dan is at work all week long. I also have to do DoorDash and I have a couple of appointments for the kids. There is definitely a part of me that is feeling super overwhelmed, but then there's another part of me that is like, okay, we just need to get down to business. However, before I do any of that, I have to plan. I have to plan. I have not planned at all this week. So that is what is on the docket for today. Today is super dreary and dark and rainy all day long. I want to kind of take today to be like my cozy day, just because the rest of this week I have so much to do. So I'm going to take you guys along through the week while I run errands, do things to prep for the house, just get things done, that sort of thing. And I think I'm also going to share with you guys my list that I'm putting together in my iPad notes. I'm probably going to do like a short about this or a reel or something in the future if I haven't actually already done it, just kind of like showcasing iPad notes. I do use Notability for digital planning as well, and I have used Notability for other notes, but I just really like iPad notes. I know it's like this really basic, kind of boring, simple system, but I have a few reasons why I really love it, and I think I'm going to share that in a separate video. So if I have not posted that already, stay tuned for that. However, if it's already up, I'll throw it down below in the description box for you guys. But yeah, so I'm probably going to show you guys that because I've been doing a lot of stuff in iPad notes lately. Like I said, I got to sit down and plan. There's a part of me that kind of wants to plan in my daily this week, but I'm not going to have the time to sit and do my daily every day. So I'm thinking I might treat my catch-all this week as an hourly setup or a daily setup. Before we sit down and plan, I did want to touch on a couple of things that we have done. Dan was really great yesterday. He cleaned up his little side table, so that is looking a lot better. He finished doing the holes. If you guys can see, there's one way up there that he finally finished. We just have to paint over it, but he painted everything else. And then what else did we do that you guys have not seen yet? We did take out some stuff out of this cabinet. There are a few other things that I think we're going to take out. There are some things that I bought a really long time ago that aren't really something we need anymore. So a few of those things are going to come out. I do want to take care of the Legos. I think Brooke said we could leave them up if we really wanted to, but I'm not so sure yet. I have a few more days to decide. And then I have to get onto that. The other thing that we need to do is my daughter's room, because that's where the plasterers are working the most. The next thing that we did is we put the cabinet doors back on under our sink. So I had a little curtain here. I don't know if you guys ever noticed in previous vlogs, but I kind of had a little rod with curtains hanging to give it kind of a more cozy country feel a little bit. But we ended up putting these back on, and honestly it looks great. So those doors are back on for the showing. And then Dan, I feel so bad. So we have this stain right behind the kitchen trash. It's right here. And Dan has been trying to get this thing out for days, and it just does not want to come out. And I'm like, crap, we don't the paint in this room is totally different than the other paint in the other rooms, and I really don't want to buy a ton of paint, and I don't want to go peeling this paint off the wall just for one little spot. So I'm gonna have to ask Brooke about that. But it's basically from scuffing from the trash can, which sucks, but what are you gonna do? But he did go in and like clean all these walls. I said, why are you doing that now? We still have a whole nother week in the kitchen. But he's like, I'm doing it now. I was like, okay. And then the last thing that my husband ended up doing, I'll show you guys. It's in the garage. Okay, so the last thing we ended up doing, oh, I forgot the mattress is in here. You're probably not gonna be able to see it now. So the last thing he ended up doing is he took down that desk that was over here. I can't go out in the garage right now because I'm barefoot, but behind on the other side of the mattress and box spring is the old standing table that he built me. It's now down. It's no more. It's a very sad day. Like, just kind of like standing here and listening to the rain and looking at everything and kind of just reflecting for a minute. It's bittersweet. It's looking at this makes me sad. Not sad in the way where like I'm saying goodbye to the house. It's not that kind of sad. Sad in a way where I just think back to all the work that him and I put into this and the time we spent together really creating this space for me. Just the memories from when I had my Etsy shop and making all of these things. And even though I'm in a different chapter of my life now, and that's no longer a part of me and my journey, it's still like very reflective for me. And I am going to miss it in a sense where like, this was my special space, you know? And I was absolutely obsessed with that purple wall. And I love the purple paint that we picked for that back wall over there. Like we left it like rough, you know what I mean? And I hope the future people, the future homeowners or buyers or whoever comes in and tours this house and sees that can tell that like love went into this at some point, you know what I mean? Even though it doesn't necessarily look like a real garage because of it, I hope still like they get it. You know, I think those who get it will get it. Now that that is all taken down, I have to move over. Can you guys see? I have to go over there and start cleaning all of that out. And we have to start making trips to the compost to get rid of this stuff or find a way to like toss this stuff. The mattress and box spring are really old. I thought about putting them up on Facebook Marketplace or in our town local page, like free to whoever wants it, but it is very, very old and it's not that comfortable. So I have to decide what to do. Mattresses can go to the compost facility, so I can take it there, but I don't think they're going to take the box spring. Got to figure out what we're doing with this stuff. But luckily, like, it doesn't have to be perfect out here for photos, but it needs to be somewhat cleaned up. So still have work to do in there. Dan did make a little bit more progress in there while I was gone yesterday morning at my dad's. If you guys didn't see the last vlog I posted, I'll link it down below for you guys. It was kind of a rough and tumble vlog. It was a little chaotic, a little all over the place, wasn't very cohesive, but I did want to record some of those things for you guys. So there's like, I was cleaning up spaces. I think I did clean off the standing table in that video, and I also started cleaning out areas in the living room for the plasterer people. And then we went to my sister's and spent some time with the puppies. One of her dogs, unfortunately, is very, very sick, and we're not sure how much time he has left. At the time of this recording, he is still alive and he's okay. But by the time this goes up, I have no idea what his status is going to be. So we went over there in that last vlog and just gave some extra love to him. And yeah, and that was kind of like more like B-roll stuff. So that is what's on the docket. This is probably going to be a pretty long video just because it's going to be over the course of this next week. And I'm going to show you all kinds of prep stuff and, you know, if we buy anything for the move or errands that we make. Also, too, I'm going to show you guys in that list. I have a part of the moving folder. One of the lists in there is to do before we leave. And so like any time that we go out to a restaurant or go do an activity that we want to do before we move, those will be in these vlogs too. So you can expect some fun stuff as well. But again, I'll show that to you guys when I go over the list with you. But for right now, I am going to get myself some breakfast, sit down at my desk and plan because we got to get plans underway.
do it. I really love it. It's super simple, but it came out wicked cute. I am literally going at this week with, sorry, I'm yelling again. You guys, I'm working on it. I have to get a mic. I'm literally going at this week treating it as if it's like a daily. So even though I'm now planned for the week, I'm gonna wake up in the morning and fill this out once I get up. So super early, this is gonna be like the very first thing that I do. I'm just gonna get into my planner and then fill it out for the day, because I feel like as like this week is gonna be so chaotic, I need to just like do it that way. But this way I don't have to decorate and plan a daily every day. You know what I mean? So super cute. We're gonna get this back into the book. I honestly really love how last week came out. I wish I had finished the second half of the week. A part of me kind of wants to go back in and like back plan a little bit, but it's okay. I really love this. And I am loving like doing it how I've been doing it in the vertical. So far so good, y'all. Just might be what I need to on this like new chapter, this new beginning that we're in. So far so good. Now that we're done planning, we can shift over to our to-do list. And the next thing that I have to do before I do anything else is I need to go in the garage and finish cleaning and organize that fabric. I think I'm gonna grab a bag instead of a box just to put all that fabric in. This is gonna be crazy. I know it's insane to be like saving the fabric and the stuff to like make headbands in the future. Dan thinks I should just throw it all away, but I really want to save it for now, and then I'll decide later if I'm definitely bringing it or not, or keeping it. I just feel like that is a part of my life, the shop, that I might decide to bring back a passion. Like I might decide to rekindle in the future. I don't know. I'm getting older. I might be out of that phase of my life, but I don't think I'm going to know for sure until right before we move or right after we move. So I want to save it for now. I'll just feel better saving it for the time being. So that's where we're headed now next.
All right, you guys, we're in the garage now and we are about to tackle this monstrosity. I'm dreading going through this, but I'm just going into this with a mindset that most of this is getting thrown out. So hopefully we can get through it fairly quickly. I am going to save a couple of things, but we gotta just do it. We gotta do it, because if I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it, and it needs to get done. Aw, these were kits. How cute. Captain Hook and Tink. It was like for a whole set of years that I was going to do. How cute. Hey, 1 down, 10 more to go.
Okay, after being completely disgusted out by that entire project, I've made a ton of progress. So it is completely cleaned. My original plan was to give this away for free. Someone can still have it if they want it. However, I did not realize how much stuff I got on the top of this. There's just tons of paint and scratch marks and glue, just from, using it. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to give this away now. I might just, and now I'm just trying to figure out, well, crap, how are we going to get rid of this? Who knows? Maybe someone will still take it. Maybe we could just put it out in the front yard and see if anybody wants it. I don't know. It is completely cleaned out. I also took care of the air wall. The only thing I haven't done is these. They're disgusting. There's crap all over it, and I don't feel like touching them. Maybe Dan will do it for me when he gets home. But I also took care of this little rack here. I'm not sure if we're going to take that with us or let my daughter have it. We'll see how that goes. But that's it. We did it. We're done. Everything is cleaned out of the drawers. I went through 2 full trash bags. Well, no, 1.5 because the other one was already half full. This is what I am keeping over here. So I just need to throw these things in a bag and that's it. I did save some fabric, but I got it all in one bag right over there on the bottom shelf. I did good. I basically just kept all my Disney fabric and got rid of everything else. And I was able to get rid of all the foam and the felt because I'm not using any of that. The only stuff that I'm really keeping, y'all, is if I decide to make headbands again. I have no intentions of making full-on ears again. I'm kind of over that phase, but I did enjoy making the little bow headbands. So I don't know, but I don't know if it's going to be a thing. Right now, I am mostly considering reopening a shop based off of Disney paperwork. I don't know if I'm going to do it yet. This is just something that I've been thinking about doing, but I spend so much time planning for Disney trips and Universal trips and having to write my own notes because what I'm looking for, what I need doesn't exist. And I really considered creating those and selling those. So we'll see. We will see. But I did want to save some stuff. But I even got rid of my business cards and my thank you cards and all the inserts to all my packaging. I got rid of all that because if I do decide to open an Etsy shop in the future again, I am going to change the name. So there was no point in me keeping any of that stuff. But yeah, we are done in here. It is basically lunchtime now. I'm going to grab my phone and the spray since we cleaned up. And I'm going to have some lunch and work on my lists. So I feel good. I feel a little productive. I feel like I could have done a little bit more before lunch, but something's better than nothing. All right, you guys. So I just wanted to show you really quick my folders for moving. So this is my Project F folder, and these are all the subfolders underneath it. So my first folder is apartment hunting. Hopefully you guys can see this. And under that, we have brainstorm ideas. Then if we go back and we go into, this is our May apartment search trip itinerary. I have to change the hotel because I actually switched it to something cheaper. So this is basically just the information for the trip. I don't want to show too much. And then we're going to have the schedule and itinerary for under that. And then our finalized apartment tour list, that's going to come in there. And then other to-dos that we want to do on the trip. Then we have moving to-dos. This is one that I really wanted to work on, was moving to-dos and selling to-dos. I haven't worked on those yet. I do want to work on this a little bit. And then we have my to-do before we leave Rhode Island lists. So there's a bunch of restaurants and places that we want to eat before we leave. I wanted to make sure that we we did as much as we possibly could. There's actually one not on here that I wanted to add. Okay, and then we're actually going to check that off. So we did that one. Then we jump into the to-do lists. Actually, let's go to activities for a second. So these are activities that I want to do before we go. We've already done Foxwoods this year, so that's checked off. And then I do have a couple of other things already planned. So
There's a few more things that I do want to do before we leave. So that's that list. Then this is the to-do list. I kind of turn this into like that moving and selling list. So I'm going to transfer a lot of these over to those lists because right now I'm working on around the house. So we have garage, Sky's room, and then I want to keep going with the other rooms in the house. And then other to-dos too. So there's going to be like lots of random things on here, like, you know, appointments that we need to make with Brooke, and like I need to put like the plasterers coming on here and stuff like that. So that sort of thing. I'm going to create a list for things that we need to do once we get to Florida, like schools, medical, licenses, all those things. So yeah, there's, like I said, there's a lot of things I need to do. Like I need to finish working on our trip over here, and then I want to fill out the moving to-dos and the selling to-dos. And we really need to get cracking on the apartment list. Like, right, there are a few more. I just haven't had a chance to write them in yet. And I'm making like little bullet points, and then I'm going to check off the ones that we decided to do and then move them over here to the finalized apartment tour list, or townhomes or houses if we happen to find any. So that's kind of what I've got going on. These are all the lists that I'm working on, you guys. Like, it's insane. And this doesn't even like count for the regular stuff I have going on at home too. So like appointments for the kids and like school things going on with the kiddos, working, you know, doing my DoorDash on the side and YouTube and like all of these things. It's just a lot. This is why like I really needed to create a list specifically and a folder specifically for Project F, because there's no way I'm going to remember anything. And there could be new folders added in here in the future. But one thing I did wanted to like showcase is with this list specifically, if you guys didn't know, like you can color change things in notes. So like if you go up here, you can change the different type of font style, and you can change your like bold, italic, underline, those types of things. And this is where you can change your colors. There are not many options. And I don't know if there's a way to add more options in, but that's how I did that. And adding folders is easy. You just click this little button down here. It says add a folder, and it will add it to this side. And then when you're in that folder, say like right here, you can then go here and create another new folder subcategory in that, like in that section. So if you guys didn't know you could do that, like that's one thing I really love. My brain still works in like outline format sometimes when I'm brainstorming. I know like nobody does outlines in school anymore, but that's all I grew up on was outlines, and that's how we did our notes. So I really love that this notes allows you to do that style. And then also too, if you guys are wondering how I did this, so this is with my Apple Pen. So you would just go in here, and then you have all these options. You can create a color. You can change like the size of something and how transparent you want it. And I just adjusted all of those things to this. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys. That's what I say when I'm like, I need to work on my list. I need to update this, and I need to work on my notes today. It is really because I am behind. Like, I'm not kidding. And I really do need to get cracking on this stuff. Another thing that's missing from here that I need to input, it's in a different note section, is actually a budget breakdown for moving. So I want to do a seller breakdown budget, and then I want to do like a moving cost breakdown budget. Those are also two other things that I need to add in here as well. But there you go. That's my notes and what I need to work on throughout this week, specifically tonight when I come home from dashing. But I really need to get going on this. If I don't finish this week, then I'm going to have nothing to go by. So need to get it done. So that's pretty much it for today, you guys. I did start a load of laundry, and I also started tackling the DVD section. Why is going through DVDs overwhelming? Like, I should just be throwing away everything. Everything can be streamed. But there are some movies and DVDs that we have that are like really old and you can't find anywhere else, or like I just really like the nostalgia of having it on disc form. So I am saving some, but I'm trying not to save too many, and that's my dilemma right now. I think I'm still saving too many. So I paused that project and I will come back to that tomorrow, I think. And I also need to grab more trash bags because we are like almost out and we need them. So I need to stop and get some trash bags, and I think I'll do that tonight while I'm out dashing. And then I still need to chip some paint off of the wall in the living room, but I think I'm gonna have my husband do that when he gets home because he has like he knows how to like take the tool with the hammer and like just chip a little bit off. So I think I'm gonna have him do it. I was gonna do it myself, and I was like, maybe I should wait for him since he's the professional. So he's gonna do that when he gets home. I'm gonna have him do that for me. That's it. We're done for today. Like those are all the projects that were on my list. I do need to switch. Like I said, I need to switch the load I put in and put another one in. But other than that, we did good today, y'all. We did good. Good morning. It is the next day. And you guys, I feel like I'm always filming in pure video, which is for low light conditions because that's all New England is. It's just really crappy low light. But I want to show you my little fit for today. I'm wearing one of my new Sheen sweaters with an Old Navy tank top and just some jeans. But today the twins are home. They both have doctor's appointments today. Not sick appointments, like regular checkup, dental type appointments. But I wanted to show you guys, I woke up, took a shower, got myself ready for the day, and then I started working on the DVD project that we didn't get done yesterday. So I just wanted to update you guys with that. So here they are. Those are all the DVDs that we're keeping. And then let me show you everything that we're getting rid of. Literally all those. You know, we just live in a generation now where everything is on the TV. You can stream it. We have most of the streaming services and it just takes up space. We want to get rid of this red shelf. I don't like it anymore. I'm kind of over the red. And two, it's going to take up space, unwanted space. Plus this way I can get in there and clean the space up for when we take pictures and people come to look at it, it'll be a lot nicer and a lot neater. So I'm also scared to see what like the damage is from like scraped paint and scuffed paint on the back of this, but we got to get it done. So I took everything out that I'm keeping. Now we're going to just throw all the DVDs we're not keeping into this bag and we will have a clean slate, and I can take a picture of this shelf and try to sell it. Holy crap, you guys. That is a lot of movies. All right, I am off to the post office now and to bring the boys to both of their appointments. So I'm not sure when the next time is you guys are going to see me. It's either going to be later on today doing some more stuff around the house or possibly even tomorrow. We still have to work on the cube and the living room, and I start cleaning things, and also the twins' room has to start getting tackled as well. So lots of things still going on, so stay tuned. Good morning, Cozy Fam. It is Wednesday Yesterday was a doozy. I can't even begin to explain to you how tired I am today. Not like I could take a nap tired, but just like physically and mentally drained. It wasn't a bad day, it was just a long day. So, yesterday I had both the boys' doctor's appointments. Wyatt had an appointment and Colin had a dentist appointment. And then after, it was like kind of like there was more time in between than I'd planned. So we went and grabbed a quick lunch at our local market. It has like a little like eatery area. So we did that, and then I ended up having more time to kill. So I took the boys to the playground for a little while before going to Wyatt's appointment. And then Dr. D wanted to get him an x-ray of his stomach to make sure we weren't like missing anything, thinking maybe he's like really, really backed up. Not really sure, but we ended up going for imaging afterwards, and he still needs to go for blood work this weekend. So I literally was out of the house from 10:30 yesterday morning all the way until 5 o'clock because I had to go pick up my husband after the appointments. And I'm just so tired. We got home. I sat down for maybe a few minutes and then had to make dinner, which came out awful. I don't cook good when I'm tired and like stressed and just like, I don't know. I was just like irritable yesterday. So I don't cook well when I'm in that state, and dinner just did not come out good. I made mistakes cooking, so you know. And I ended up going to bed kind of late. So now I'm kind of just feeling it this morning. I got up, as you guys saw. I did a little bit of TLC. I wanted a hot tea today, but I was all out of tea. I didn't realize we were out. And so I ended up having to make an espresso. And it's okay, but I wasn't in the mood for coffee. I wanted tea. So it's kind of hitting the spot, but kind of not. Probably needed it, so whatever. But anyway, on the docket for today, if I can find the energy to do it, I have a lot of laundry to do. I also wanted to start cleaning out the boys' room. I have to finally tackle this planner cube that is sitting next to me to my left. This is going to be a hard project. And the only reason I say that is because I have purged this space so many times and I just can't seem to let go of this stuff. I could just say goodbye to it and throw it away. But the problem is it's money. And if I ever need or want something from any of those pieces, I would have to buy it all over again. And I really don't want to have to do that. But the truth is I don't even know if we're keeping this cube. This is kind of one of those things that's going to go into the garage and we're going to decide later. But I do want to take it. I think I want to take it out of the living room for the sale of the house, for photos and stuff. I think I'm going to clean it out and then see what my realtor thinks, just because it is holding our record player and I want our record player to stay in here. I could bring out the cube that's in the bathroom and reorganize that whole thing and then put that small cube here and use that as the record storage. Then I'm like, it doesn't really match in here. So I don't know, but regardless of what we're going to decide to do with the cube, I have to clean it out. A lot of the stuff that's in this cube is planners from over the years that I saved, like, you know, like a scrapbook or a memory book to go back and look on. Those things can probably get boxed up because I'm not going to need them. So that stuff is going to go in a box, and then I think I'm just going to put anything else in that box with it. But I do want to get rid of a few more things. I don't want to keep everything. Some of the bins that are in this cube too. Hold on, let me turn you guys around so you can see. Okay, so so some of the things that are in this cube are like my paper for my printer. This is actually sticker paper from when I was making stickers. That can get thrown away. And then this over here is actually a project I've been working on for the kids. They're like memory books. And then over here is like shop and shipping supplies. Part of me kind of wants to keep this out just in case I like send anything else out before we go. But then another part of me is like, don't make more work for yourself. Just throw things away. So we'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna box these up or leave these out. But if I leave them out, I don't know where I'm going to put them. That's the other thing too, is like I have this bin of paper, but I want to keep that space. I want to keep that space clean for when the plastering people come to do the crack. So I would probably have to put it like on the floor somewhere or something. I don't know. I might have to just start stacking things, which is going to make it look even more messy. I don't know. I feel like I need to come up with a secondary solution. I almost wonder if this is the same width as this desk, because I could take this desk out and then move this over there. And then we would still have some storage, but it'll be cleaned up. Maybe that might be an option. I'm gonna have to talk to Dan about that. But regardless, we have to clean this out and tackle this. I wish I had cubes to like put these things in, but there should be a way for me to make this look a little bit neater to the eye, hopefully. So we have to do this today. This is like the top of my priority list. So yeah, and then another thing I have to do is I have to call Waste Management this morning and ask them about the bulk pickup. I have a few people coming to pick up some things from the garage today. So I have to text those people and confirm that they still are interested in those things, because if not, I want to move on to the next people. One of the things that we are getting rid of is that dresser. Someone is interested in that dresser. So I'm really excited to get that out of the garage. Dan's already moved some things around so we can have access to the dresser for when they come and pick it up. And that'll be gone. And then that creates so much more space in the garage. Once everybody comes to pick up the things that they want and need, then I can go out there and do a quick sweep and clean up the floor again, and then make room for more things that we're keeping, which is over here. I have like a little pile over here to my right of things that need to go into the garage. And I just haven't put them in there yet because either A, I'm still kind of like organizing and stocking them, or B, there wasn't any more space. So yeah, other than that, I have some editing that I have to work on. So we're going to edit a little bit, and I'm really, really, really hoping to get everything done by lunchtime. That way I can sit and finally play some Animal Crossing, or maybe some Stardew Valley. I don't think I'm going to play Hello Kitty today. I've been binging Hello Kitty, and I really have been neglecting my island. I've also considered downloading Pocket Camp again. I don't know why. I'm just like itching at the bit to play another version of Animal Crossing. I played it a long time ago when I was younger. Well, I say younger, but like a few years ago. And then I played it briefly, maybe about a year and a half ago, and then stopped because it was just so different, because I was in my Animal Crossing era so hardcore last year. But I don't know. I'm kind of in a space where I'm so busy that I want to do a little bit more of like a cozy, chill. I don't want to say less creative, because Animal Crossing Pocket Camp is still creative, but it's more of like a guided creative instead of just freeform. And my brain is just so inundated with thinking and processing that even the simplest, most mundane, fun, creative, freeform thinking is stressing me out. So I feel like Pocket Camp might be like a really good alternative. So I've been thinking about downloading that and playing that. So who knows, maybe we'll even do that later on today. I am going to try and go out dashing tonight. I don't know 100% if I'm going to go though. One, like I said, I'm exhausted and I was driving all day yesterday. I get sick of driving in the car. Two, gas. We've been using a lot of gas this week, and any money that I make tonight, if I go out, is going to be used, like half of that is going to be used for gas. And I'm like, do I really want to do that? But on the flip side, today is like the last nice day for a while. It's going to be like 62 later on today, and it's going to be pretty much sunny for most of the day. And then after today, it's going to be on and off raining for like a week, and it's going to get cold again. Like, I'm so upset. It's literally going to be in the 20s in the morning next week. Like, what is this? I can't wait to be in Florida, y'all. I can't wait. So in that aspect, a part of me is kind of like, maybe I do want to go out and be by myself and enjoy the nice weather one more time. So we'll see. I'll decide later. I really should push myself to go. I really should. Because even if I only make $50, and put 20 bucks in the tank, that's still another $30. So I'm like, and Wednesdays I usually do pretty good. I usually make anywhere between $50 and $75 on Wednesdays. So like a part of me is like, I really should go out today. Wednesday is like the best day. Wednesdays and I think Saturday mornings are the best 2 days, at least for my location where I am now. All right, I think I've done enough blabbing. I think this has now been like 10, 15 minutes of just me talking. So we are going to edit for a little while and then get into everything. I was just like, as I'm cleaning everything out, I'm going through like old planners, and this was my very first daily passion planner. And the old dailies used to have these little self check-ins at the end of the month, and like it's like this was a self check-in, and then this was the game changer goal for the following month. I really miss these, but listen to the what's on my mind box. So this is from 2021. This was 4 years ago. Okay. April. A lot is on my mind today. Me and Dan seriously are considering moving to Florida. I'm still a bit scared to speak to Skylar's father about it though. I'm really frustrated in regards to the fact that a guy who's been out of my life romantically for so long still has such a huge hold on me and my life decisions. Really need to start moving past this and start following me and my family's dreams. And here we are. Real life progression in real time for you guys. That is insane to me. That is just incredible. I can't believe it. We did it. We did it, Jess. We did it. Okay, so we're finally done. I'm very out of breath and lightheaded, but I did it. I have to figure out how I want to store the albums. I have to put all of these planners into a box because those are all of my saved used planners. This stuff I'm keeping, but I'm going to move it into the garage. And I'm also keeping these. These are extras. I got rid of quite a bit. I'm really proud of myself, you guys. I only kept 6 notebooks and some like planner covers. There were like between 12 and 20. So I'm really proud of myself. I got rid of quite a bit. Now it's just a matter of making it look aesthetically pleasing. I haven't decided if I'm gonna move it over here to replace this or not yet. I'm still working on that. But what I'm thinking about for the cubbies, since I don't have cubes and I really don't feel like going out and buying any, I think my thought is to put some of the planners in some of the cubes, and we're going to keep that stuff over there. Then what I might do is I might take a couple of the Legos or maybe the figurines that are over here in that white cube and kind of place them in the cube a little bit. That way this sets this up to be cleared out and moved out. I think we're going to keep this in here. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I think I'm ready to say goodbye to this white cube. I really was planning on bringing it. The problem is I honestly don't know how much space we're gonna have. And really all it's being used for right now, you guys, is for display, for figurines. And I think I can manage figuring out what to do with those instead. So I think this white shelf is gonna go. So if I can move some of these over here,
then that will clear up some space on this for me to move some of those over here to this one, and then we can get rid of that. The only problem is this bottom shelf gets so disgusting. That's like the only thing, is like people are gonna see that. I literally just dusted that like last week. So again, I still have to decide if I'm replacing this desk with this cube and moving it over there. That way it kind of like opens the window up a little bit more. So TBD. But we made a lot of progress. I'm gonna box these up, put these away, move some of this around, and then that's probably gonna be it. I feel like I might be getting sick. I'm not sure. It could just be because I'm overdoing it. I'm not allowing my body to rest after the last few days, but I have to keep pushing through. So I will check in with you guys in a little bit. I think they're here to pick up the wood. Good morning, Cozy Fam. It is Thursday, another day, and this morning we are doing some things in the living room. So we're gonna walk in there and I'm gonna show you what it is that we're doing. Honestly, I totally forgot what the last clip I showed you guys was, but this is the current state of the living room. So we have this desk right here, and then the one next to it where like everything is kind of just flooding right now. And then over here is the cube that we cleaned out yesterday. And I finally spoke to my realtor this morning, and she is kind of on the same thought process as I am, is getting rid of this desk and moving the cubby over here so that way it opens up the window. And so that is what I'm going to do today. I am going to have to like sweep up and clean a little bit. Also, I'm not going to be able, well, I guess I could, and then my husband can just move it. Right now, my husband's in the process of like filling these holes down here. And there's a few that go kind of across the wall a little bit. I think they're pretty much done. I think he's finished compounding them. He just has to give them a quick little sand. And this weekend, we're going to go to Home Depot and get the paint to eventually cover those up. We're gonna wait to paint after the plasters come and fix this crack, because we're gonna have to paint that as well. They're just doing the work and then we're gonna go over it with paint. So we are gonna wait to do everything all at once, but I don't want to wait to move this. So I just want to get it done, and then when the time comes for us to paint, we can just slide it out of the way and put it back. So that's the plan. And then once we get that moved, I'm gonna reorganize some of my little like Disney tchotchkes and everything. I don't know if I'm gonna do the Lego stuff yet, but I am thinking about moving the chair into the garage. That is one thing that I think we're gonna try and sell. We have a matching set. The other one is downstairs. I have to see the condition of it though, because a lot of the stuff that we kept downstairs got ruined. I gotta check the condition of that chair. If it's no good, then we're gonna have to figure out a way to toss it. But I would like to kind of clean them up and see if anybody wants them. They would just have to get a new pad for it, which is an IKEA thing, because the pads that we have for them are no good. So full of dog hair and stuff like that. So Dan was kind of like thinking, oh, maybe we should keep the chair for the dog, because it's one of like, this is
This is basically the dog spot. Like, she loves this chair. This is her other space besides this little area right here, huh, Callie? She's pooped. Anyway, yeah, so that is what the plan is for today. I don't know what else I'm going to get into, honestly, you guys. I kind of have to sit down and reconvene with my lists a little bit and kind of see where we're at. Right now, I need to focus on moving some of this stuff out of the way, and then my daughter's room, but I want her to, like, she's got one more day today to take care of some other things that are up there, and then my husband and I are going up there, and we're gonna take everything that we need to take out because that room is going to be completely redone. So that is happening this weekend. I don't know if that'll be in this video or if I'll make a separate video of it. I might do a separate video of that. The other thing that I do kind of want to start tackling, some of the shelving in other spaces in this room, including my side, like my little nightstand over there, and the closet, or closets, I should say. This is my closet, and it's a mess. I need to go through it because even though they're probably, well, I don't know if she's going to want to take pictures of the closets. My guess is no, because there's stuff in them. But when people come to like tour the house, they're probably going to want to open closets. At least some people will want to. And if they see them full and cluttered like that, they're going to be like, ooh, I don't know. That's kind of tight, you know? My husband's isn't too bad. I think he just needs to clean up the laundry, neaten up like things that are on the shelves, and that should be okay. Technically, this isn't even meant to be a room closet, but we just didn't have enough space, so we've been using it for that. And then the other whole closet is a catastrophe, so that needs to be cleaned up too. And then finally, the boys' room. This is on the docket next. These are toys, stuffed animals, Nerf guns, all kinds of things that need to just go. And then we have their like dumping ground space, which is actually supposed to be their homework and crafting area. That needs to get cleaned out. And then over here is like their little book nook. But most of these books, they're not even reading anymore. They're old. They're getting older now, and they're into like the comic booky type stuff. Other than that, like, it's not that bad. This is their closet. Could be worse, could be better, you know. I do need to finish cleaning out like a few things that are in here, but for the most part, I'm not really worried about that closet. That closet's not bad. So yeah, and then that's pretty much it. I'm not going to do the kitchen until next week, because, you know, we use the kitchen like the most. That is the most used space. And then the bathroom is going to have to get deep washed. So the kitchen and the bathroom are kind of like last on the docket to tackle. So that's the plan for today. I am going to check on my lists real quick, see what I want to get done for today, maybe write my planner super fast, and then we're gonna start getting to it. All right, just to show you guys really quick, I just finished filling out for today, and I plopped in a few other different things. It's been a really busy week of just like prepping and doing this sort of stuff. Today is definitely probably the busiest, I would say. I was super productive on Monday, so I'm kind of hoping we do pretty good here today as well. But I do want to like actually get some playtime in today. I did very briefly a few minutes yesterday, but not much. I am ready to just tackle the day. guys, it is much later in the day. I honestly don't even know what the last thing was I said or what I showed you. I had lunch. I made some more potatoes and onions, and I finished cleaning this off. I just have to throw away those two things and figure out what I'm doing with my camera. I started cleaning off the Legos, and I moved them. I don't know if you guys saw, but I moved them over here. And then most recent thing I did was I cleaned off my desk space. There's a part of me that wants to move the monitor straight and then move those things over, but I decided, you know what, why am I going to change it now? Like, it's been this way for 2 years. I can change it up when we get to Florida. I'm just gonna leave it as is, but I did clean it up and made it more like just cohesive for sitting down and working. That's pretty much it. I finally found some batteries for my other keyboard. I do eventually want to get a new one of those, something that's more aesthetic, like maybe like a dark green and cream or something like that. They have them, so I would really like to change that up at some point. Yeah, cleaned up the coffee table a little bit, and that's pretty much it. I do want to work in the twins' room, but I think I'm going to wait until tonight with Dan to do that, or the closets. Right now, I actually am going to sit down and play some Animal Crossing. The twins are going to be home in a little while, so I want to get some Animal Crossing time in and just some like cozy game time in between like now and a little bit after that. And then I think I'm going to switch back to editing and doing maybe some more lists or apartment hunting and things like that. And then I think that's going to do it, y'all. Tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow is Friday. I haven't decided if I'm going to do a vlog this weekend or not. We do have to prep my daughter's room this weekend, and we have a few errands that we need to run. Maybe I will vlog the weekend. Either that, or I might take a break and vlog like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, like that whole thing when the plasters are actually here. And then I can give you guys an update at that point. But we're going to do a little bit more like cozy productivity B-roll stuff, and then I will close out this vlog. All right, you guys, it is much later in the day, and I just wanted to close out this vlog really quick. Thank you guys so much for being here and following along with these like chaotic mishmash vlogs, but this is going to be a lot of what you guys are going to see for a while, so I really appreciate you just hanging in there. I hope you're enjoying them. This is kind of on the vibes of when I used to have a family channel. If you guys didn't know, a very long time ago, we had a family vlog channel that kind of flopped. So I transitioned over to this channel when I was getting into like all my planning things. And I feel like we're kind of evolving and revolving a little bit. A lot of people are just into knowing people right now. And I'm loving it. I'm here for it. So I hope you guys are too. Thank you so much for coming along with us this week and prepping all of the things. Next week is going to be crazy. We have the plasterers coming to fix up the house. We're going to be going to Home Depot and getting the paint and repainting some areas. Probably next weekend is going to be when we take pictures of the house. So I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, I can get everything done in time. And yeah, it's gonna be a crazy week next week. So I hope you guys will join us. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. That way you don't miss that video along with any other future vlogs regarding this Project F series, moving to Florida, or anything in between. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you made it this far, thank you so much. Why don't you go ahead and comment a little moving box icon down in the comments. Let me know you made it this far. And I will see you guys in the next vlog. Happy planning and stay magical. I wonder if I need to change that slogan now too. Anyway, bye.